Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on GPT-4o. In this tutorial, we are going to cover everything about what exactly is GPT-4o, how it has evolved from its previous version, and its key improvements. Moving ahead, we are going to break down its powerful architecture, multimodal capabilities, and its core features like natural language understanding, context retention, and fine-tuning. Plus, we'll also compare it with GPT-4 Turbo to see what's new. So guys, stay tuned and watch this video till the end. So let's start with first understanding what is OpenAI GPT-4o. OpenAI GPT-4o, which is also referred to as GPT-4 Optimized O3. It is an advanced version of GPT-4 model, part of Generative pre-trained transformer series by OpenAI. Actually, GPT-4o builds on the powerful language model architecture introduced with GPT-3, with refinements that enhance its performance in terms of speed, accuracy, and efficiency. It focuses on delivering more accurate outputs, better handling of context, and improved computational efficiency, making it an ideal solution for a variety of industries that rely on natural language processing tasks. GPT-4o continues to use a transformer-based architecture, but has been optimized to handle multimodal inputs, text, images, audios, and produce more precise context-aware responses. Now, if we talk about key features of GPT-4o, then we could understand that first it has multimodal processing, which means that it is supporting text, images, and audio inputs with very much high accuracy. Then it has improved speed and efficiency. Next, it has faster response time compared to GPT-4. It is also lower in cost, which means that it is more cost effective than its previous model. It has enhanced understanding of context retention, which means that it can handle longer conversation and complex queries more effectively. And lastly, it is at better reasoning and creativity as compared to its older models. Now let's just first understand what is the evolution of GPT model from GPT-3 to GPT-4o. So first we have GPT-3. It was launched in 2020. So GPT-3, which is basically Generative Pre-trained Transformer 3, was a groundbreaking language model with 175 billion parameters, setting new standards in text generation and also in comprehension. It enabled machines to perform complex NLP tasks like language translation, summarization, question answering, content generation with a high level of coherence and fluency. However, GPT-3 had certain limitations in context retention and sometimes generated inaccurate or biased content. If we talk about GPT 3.5, then we could say that it was released in 2021 and was an improved version of GPT-3 that aimed to fine-tune models' performance. It integrated refinements in training techniques, allowing for better performance in tasks such as reasoning, understanding complex prompts, and fine-tuning for specific applications. Despite these improvements, it still struggled with handling more intricate and multi-reasoning tasks and context retention over long conversations. GPT-4 marked a massive leap in AI capabilities with an even larger model, reportedly around 1 trillion parameters. It focused on improving performance in more challenging tasks like advanced reasoning, creativity, and contextual understanding. GPT-4 also introduced multimodal abilities, enabling it to process both text and images and providing a more flexible interaction with AI models. While we can say that GPT-4 showed significant improvements, issues such as bias, hallucinations, which means incorrect or misleading answers, and also speed remained persistent. Now, if we talk about GPT-4o or GPT-4 optimized, then GPT-4o is an optimized variant of GPT-4, which is basically designed to address some of the shortcomings of its predecessors. It focused on enhancing computational efficiency, response speed, and accuracy, especially in real time, and also high-demand applications. Key advancements include better multimodal processing, like of text, images, audio, improved fine-tuning, and also lower latency, making it more adaptable and practical for commercial use in production environments. Now, if we talk about key improvements which happened over the previous version, and first of all, I would like to focus on efficiency. GPT-4o has optimized its internal architecture for faster processing, allowing for lower latency responses and more scalable performance in production systems. This makes GPT-4o a more viable option for real-time applications, such as chatbots and AI-powered assistants. Next, we have for better context retention. One of significant improvements in GPT-4o is its ability to understand and retain context in conversations. GPT-4 had challenges in long dialogues where model might lose track of earlier parts of the conversation. So GPT-4o addressed this issue by improving memory management and context recall. Third one, we have multimodal capabilities. While GPT-4 introduced multimodal abilities, GPT-4o takes this further, allowing more accurate processing of mixed inputs such as text, images, and audio. This makes it even more powerful in areas like content generation, images, and AI-enhanced design tools, and also AI-driven media analysis. This model is also very much fine-tuned. It has a very enhanced fine-tuning. GPT-4o actually has a more effective fine-tuning, which enables it to adapt to specific industry requirements such as legal language, medical terminology, or even customer service operations. This flexibility actually makes it a highly customizable tool for business and developers. If we talk about bias and safety improvements, then OpenAI has worked on reducing bias in GPT-4o's responses, which is a key area where earlier models were criticized. With more ethical safeguards, GPT-4o aims to provide safer, more neutral answers, which is actually crucial in sensitive domains like healthcare, law, and education. And finally, it has a lower resource consumption. Actually, GPT-4o was designed to be more computationally efficient so that there is a reduction in the cost of running the model. This makes it more accessible to small companies and developers who wish to integrate GPT models into their applications without incurring high infrastructure cost. Now, let us discuss some of the use cases of GPT-4o. So guys, GPT-4o's improvement opens up actually a wide range of possibilities for industry which are looking to leverage AI. The first one that we have all over here is healthcare. So in healthcare, GPT-4o can actually assist in gathering medical reports, summarizing patients' history, and providing decision support for doctors. Its ability to process large amount of medical text data and images enables it actually a faster diagnostic and aids in personalized treatment plans. If we talk about the next one is customer supports and chatbots. So GPT-4o's improved efficiency and context retention makes it an ideal candidate for advanced chatbots and handle complex customer queries across multiple channels. It can handle everything from troubleshooting to personalized recommendations, providing a seamless user experience. If we talk about AI, then it has a lot of use in content creation. GPT-4o enhances creative industries by aiding in generating high-quality content. It can be used for writing articles, creating marketing copy, and generating product descriptions, or even assisting in novel writings. Its multimodal capabilities allow it to create content that integrates both text and images, such as AI-generated designs and illustrations. Next, it could be also integrated in education, where GPT-4o can function as a personalized tutor, assisting students with homework, providing explanation of complex topics, or even grading assignments. Then, the next one we want to take an example of is AI in finance. So, GPT-4o can also assist in analyzing financial reports, predicting market trends, and also automating tasks such as creating investment portfolios or generating financial summaries. It can help in customer-facing applications such as financial advisory services. So guys, by optimizing these areas, GPT-4o not only offers improvement in performance, but also makes it more versatile for a wide array of professional applications. Its ability to interact with multiple data types and process more complex queries ensure that businesses can rely on it for critical real-time operations, driving productivity and innovation. Now let's move ahead and understand about the architecture of GPT-4o. So as you can see all over here, we have GPT-4o architecture. So this diagram actually provides a more structured overview of GPT-4o's architecture. We are going to break it down into various layers and components. So guys, let's go step by step and understand how GPT-4o can process multimodal inputs, which means it can also go for audio, speech, image, video, and text, and generates outputs very efficiently. The first one that we have all over here is multimodal input processing. So suppose at the bottom of the diagram, we can see we have different input types which are processed through specialized encoders. So first of all, you could see there is an audio encoder, okay, which handles raw audio data. Then you have a speech encoder, which processes spoken language for transcription or conversation. Then we have visual encoder, which basically interprets image and video inputs. Then we have word embeddings, which is basically textual instructions of processing. It encodes textual data into format that the model can understand. Each of actually these inputs is then passed through a connector layer. So you could see there is a connector layer. The first of all, for audio encoder, we have audio language connector, which bridges actually data to text-based understanding. Then we have a speech language connector, which basically connects speech into textual form for processing. Next, we have vision language connector, which basically converts images and videos into textual data representations. These connectors actually allow GPT-4o to handle multiple input formats and translate them into a common language processing format. Now, if we go ahead and try to understand, the next one we have is self-attention layer. So, what is self-attention layer? So guys, after encoding all the inputs which passes through the self-attention layer, which is actually like a key mechanism in transformer models. It basically determines the importance of different words, phrases, or features within the input. It also ensures that the model captures contextual relationship between different input elements. It also helps in multi-modal fusion, which allows the model to correlate text with images, speech, and video. This layer acts like the backbone of GPT-4o's transformer-based architecture, ensuring efficient learning and context retention across different modalities. Third one, we have mixture of experts or MOE layer. Now, GPT-4o actually leverages mixture of experts or MOE layer for optimizing computational efficiency. This is where your multiple expert networks like expert 1, expert 2, expert 3 are processed into different parts of the input. And there is a router which determines which experts should be activated based on the input type. Next, we have the gaining weights, which decides how much influence each expert should have in generating the final output. So this design significantly reduces computational costs while maintaining high performance, as only a subset of expert is used for each query. Then we have the output generation, where the process information is merged through MOE layer. The final response is generated in the appropriate format, like can be of text, image, speech, etc. The model ensures that the output is context-aware, efficient, and multimodal output generation is also happening. Now, there are certain key takeaways from this architecture, guys. First of all, it's multimodal capability. As you can see from the diagram, that it can process text, audio, speech, images, and videos. Next one, it is efficient for self-attention mechanism, which means that it can maintain context across long interaction. Then it has mixture of experts, optimization. Basically, it enhances the performance while reducing the computational costs. And fourth one, that it has adaptive routing. It dynamically selects the best expert networks to process the input. This architecture actually makes GPT-4o faster, more scalable, and contextually aware compared to its previous model. I hope so guys you would have got a brief idea regarding GPT-4o architecture. Now let's move ahead and try to understand some of the core features of GPT-4o. So guys, GPT-4o actually is a significant advancement in OpenAI's generative models. It has brought an improved NLP, which is natural language understanding, and natural language generation, NLU and NLG. It also has a great context retention, it has amazing fine-tuning capabilities, and prompt engineering. Now let us first discuss about its feature of natural language understanding. So guys, GPT-4o actually is better at understanding complex queries as compared to its previous versions. So guys, GPT-4o is better at understanding complex queries as compared to its previous version. It can grasp intent, context, and emotions from user inputs, making conversations feel more natural. It has improved in handling ambiguous, nuanced, or multi-part queries, reducing the misunderstandings. It has a stronger multi-turn conversation abilities, meaning it can remember context better across long interactions. For example, if I give an input, suppose, let's go to the GPT. Now let us start with some of the core features of GPT-4o. The first one is NLU, which means Natural Language Understanding. GPT-4o is actually better at understanding complex queries compared to its previous versions. It can grasp intent, context, and emotions from user inputs, making conversations feel more natural. It has improved in handling ambiguous, nuanced, or multi-part queries, thus reducing the misunderstandings. It has stronger multi-turn conversation abilities, meaning it can remember context better across long interactions. So for example, So suppose we open this article, suppose we open a Medium blog on LangChain and just say, we select all the entire blog and say, okay, let's say we have also included some of the unusual things all over here. So I can say something like this: can you summarize this article and give me 3 key takeaways? So you can see how GPT is actually, giving me the output based on, the given input, and it is pretty much fast, and it is around 99% correct. So this is one of the great improvements in GPT-4o. It understands not just to summarize, but also extracts the key points, concisely. So you could see it has 3 key takeaways like LangChain simplifies LLM application development. It is essential for retrieval augmented generation. It has a hands-on implementation with OpenAPI. So you could see all those things and how this model is actually, advanced as compared to its previous version. Now, if we move ahead and discuss about our next one, then we have is context retention and memory improvements. So guys, one of the biggest limitations in previous model was context loss over long conversation. So GPT-4 has improved, repeat. So GPT-4o has improved this significantly. It has better long form retention, meaning that it remembers key details from earlier in a conversation and applies them accurately in later responses. It has improved coherence in long responses. So like unlike previous versions which sometimes forgot the topic midway, GPT-4o ensures a consistency. It has better tracking of pronouns and references, thus reducing the misunderstanding. Suppose, for example, let's say a user is saying, I'm planning a trip to Paris. Can you suggest places to visit? Now, after giving this prompt, I can also type something like this, like, also, can you tell me, like, what are some of the good French restaurants there? And before that, if I just, type this, GPT-4 Turbo sometime lost a track and recommended general restaurants. If you could have tried this thing. So now let us type the same thing, like, say also, what are some good French restaurants? So you could see, it is just crawling on the web, and based on Google, it is going to give you these results, based on which is the best. And you could see now they have also integrated maps. So this is something amazing. Now, this improvement actually is making chatbots and customer support and AI assistants far more useful and reliable. Now, let us talk about our third scene, which is fine-tuning and customization. So if we talk about, guys, fine-tuning, GPT-4o actually introduces better fine-tuning options, which allows businesses and developers to customize the model for specific use cases. Like, for example, it has more efficient fine-tuning on industry-specific data. So guys, as you can see, it has been trained on legal, medical, finance, customer support data. It has adaptive responses based on company-specific policies. It has improved domain specialization, meaning that GPT-4o can learn unique jargon or specialized terminologies more effectively. In healthcare, these fine-tuned models can provide better symptom analysis by adapting medical terminology and also giving you more detailed patient case studies. If I talk about in customer support, GPT-4o can actually be trained to use companies' tone and preferred responses to match their customer service style. This fine-tuning actually allows GPT-4o to become more business-ready and customized for specific industry. Now let us look at its next feature, which is zero-shot, few-shot, and prompt engineering. These are actually essential techniques which are making GPT-4o more powerful. If I talk about zero-shot learning, which means that GPT-4o can perform tasks without prior examples, it has improved ability to generalize across tasks it has not explicitly been trained on. Example, asking GPT-4o to translate an unfamiliar language without prior examples. So, for example, before GPT-4 Turbo struggled with niche or uncommon tasks, and now GPT-4o can perform better with little or no examples. If I talk about few shot learning, it means that GPT-4o learns from a small number of examples in the prompt to improve its response. This is actually useful in structured tasks like resume screening, report generation, or analyzing business data. For example, like giving GPT-4o 3 examples of how to summarize reports and then asking it to do the same for a new report. So now it is going to give you more accurate and aligned responses. If we talk about prompt engineering, guys, then GPT-4o is more responsive to well-structured prompts. It allows users to get better results with optimized instructions. There is a chain of thought, which meaning that prompting works even better, allowing complex reasoning tasks. For example, like instead of asking explain black holes, so you could tell me about black holes. This is kind of a poor prompt, but optimized is there, like you could give prompt something like this, like explain black holes in simple terms with an analogy and then provide a detailed scientific explanation. So this is how you have to do the prompt engineering so that you get better outputs and more tailored responses. Now, finally, if we compare GPT-4 with the GPT-4 Turbo, then GPT-4 Turbo was actually an efficient version of GPT-4, which was basically optimized for speed and cost. However, GPT-4o improves upon its key areas. Like if I talk about speed and latency, GPT-4 Turbo was fast, but GPT-4o optimized is even faster. If I talk about memory retention, GPT-4 Turbo is good, but GPT-4o optimized is much better, meaning for a longer conversation, the data is retained. Now, if we talk about multimodal support, there is limited support for ChatGPT Turbo, text plus image. But if I talk about GPT-4o, it has enhanced text, image, speech, video, and audio, input support. Now, if I talk about accuracy and responses, Turbo also had a high accuracy, but if I talk about GPT-4o, it is more higher, more refined. Finally, if we talk about computational costs, guys, actually this is lower than GPT-4. Okay. Now, if I talk about GPT-4o, further it was optimized, so it became much more cost efficient. So guys, we got to know that GPT-4o is essentially more powerful, faster, and cost-effective version of GPT-4 Turbo, making it best option for high performance and AI applications. Now, because of these features, guys, we can say that GPT-4o actually is a game changer in the industry. You are going to get more human-like responses with better understanding. There is improved memory and context retention. There is a better fine-tuning and customization for business applications. It has a superior prompt engineering, which is handling zero-shot or few-shot tasks effectively. And it is also optimized performance over GPT-4 Turbo with lower cost. So guys, that was all for today's video. I hope so you would have enjoyed our today's video on GPT-4o. Thank you guys for watching this video.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.